The mortgage broker looked confused, kept refreshing his screen, finally looked up at me. Miss Patterson, I'm sorry, but your loan application is denied. Your credit score is 497. You have multiple defaults, collections, and over $90,000 in outstanding debt. I laughed, actually laughed. That's impossible. I've never had debt, never missed a payment. There's been a mistake. He turned his monitor toward me. This is your credit report. 9 credit cards, 4 personal loans, all maxed out, all delinquent. First account opened when you were 18? That was 12 years ago. 12 years ago. I was a freshman in college, living in dorms, had one student credit card with a $500 limit that I paid off monthly. I didn't have 9 credit cards, 4 personal loans, $90,000 in debt. Except, according to every credit bureau, I did. I'm Alexis Patterson, 30 years old. I just found out my parents have been taking out loans in my name since I was 18, for 12 years, without telling me, destroying my credit while I had no idea. The mortgage broker pulled up account details. This one's a Discover card, opened in 2014, balance $18,340, last payment 2019. It's been in collections for 3 years. 3 years in collections, and I never knew, never got a call, never got a letter, because all the accounts were registered to my childhood address, where my parents still live, where they've been intercepting my mail for over a decade. Want to know what happens when you discover your parents are identity thieves? This gets dark. Smash like if you've ever checked your credit score. Comment on your city. What you're about to hear is why you should check it regularly, because sometimes the fraud is coming from inside the house. I left that mortgage office in shock, drove straight home, called the credit bureaus from my car. I need my full credit report, everything. There's fraud on my account. They emailed 3 reports, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. I opened them on my laptop sitting in my driveway. The damage, full picture. Credit cards, 9 total. Discover, opened 2014, balance $18,340. Status, collections. Chase Freedom, opened 2015, balance $12,200, status, collections. Capital One, opened 2015, balance $9,800, status, charged off. Bank of America, opened 2016, balance $15,100, status, collections. Citi, opened 2017, balance $8,900, status, delinquent. Wells Fargo, opened 2018, balance $6,200, status, delinquent. American Express, opened 2019, balance $4,100, status, current. Minimum payments only. Barclays, opened 2020, balance $3,800, status, current. Synchrony, opened 2021, balance $2,900, status, current. Personal loans, 4 total. Marcus by Goldman Sachs, opened 2017, original $15,000, balance $8,600, status, delinquent. SoFi, opened 2019, original $10,000, balance $4,200, status, collections. Lending Club, opened 2020, original $8,000, balance $6,100, status, delinquent. Upgrade, opened 2022, original $5,000, balance $4,800, status, current. Total debt, $90,040. Accounts in collections, 5. Accounts charged off, 1. Credit score, 497. Every single account had the same address, 2847 Maple Drive, my parents' house, my childhood address, the address I hadn't lived at since college. I hadn't lived there in 12 years.
But apparently, I'd been living there financially the entire time. I called the number on the Discover statement, customer service. I need information about this account. I didn't open it. Can you verify the last four of your social? I gave it. She confirmed, yes, this account was opened online in March 2014, billing address 2847 Maple Drive. I didn't open this. This is fraud. Ma'am, if you're disputing the account, you'll need to file a fraud report. But I should mention, we have phone recordings from the account holder. Is this your voice? She played a recording, call from 2016, asking to increase the credit limit. My mother's voice, not even trying to disguise it. Yes, I'd like to request a credit limit increase. Current limit is $12,000. I'd like to request $18,000. My mother, using my identity on a recorded line. That's not me. That's my mother. She's been committing identity theft. Silence. Then, ma'am, you'll need to file a police report. We can't do anything without official fraud documentation. I called every creditor. Same story, same voice on recordings. My mother, sometimes my father, casually using my identity, requesting credit increases, making minimum payments, letting accounts go delinquent. For 12 years. I drove to their house, that address, 2847 Maple Drive, where $90,000 of debt lived. Knocked on the door. My mother answered, smiled. Alexis, what a nice surprise. Come in, honey. I walked past her, into the living room. New furniture. Expensive. Leather couch, 65-inch TV, updated kitchen visible from where I stood. When did you renovate the kitchen? Oh, about 2 years ago. Finally saved up enough. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Saved up. Sure. Mom, I need to talk to you and Dad. 65-inch wide. So the update in my vows made her nervous. She called my father. He came from the garage. What's going on? I pulled out my phone, showed them the credit report. This is what's going on. $90,000 in debt, in my name, accounts I never opened, at this address. My mother's face went white. My father looked at the floor. You knew about this. Not a question, a statement. My father's voice turned defensive. Alexis, we can explain. You opened credit cards in my name, without telling me, for 12 years? My mother's hands were shaking. We were going to tell you, we needed help. After the recession, we lost so much. The house was underwater. We were going to lose everything. We just needed to get back on our feet. 12 years ago was the recession. It's been over a decade. You're still opening accounts? Still racking up debt? My father, we've been making payments. We've been managing it. You've been making minimum payments. 5 accounts are in collections. 1 is charged off. My credit score is 497. I just got denied for a mortgage because of this. You were applying for a mortgage? My mother looked hurt. You didn't tell us you were buying a house. The audacity, the absolute audacity. You stole my identity for 12 years. You don't get to be hurt that I didn't share my house plans. My father's voice turned defensive. We didn't steal. We're your parents. We needed help. You were in college. You didn't need credit. We were just borrowing your good name. We planned to pay it all back. But you didn't. You destroyed my credit, my financial future, my ability to buy a house, get a car loan, anything. For what? New furniture? A kitchen renovation? My mother started crying. We gave you everything growing up. Private school, dance lessons, college deposits. We put you through school. I put myself through school, student loans that I'm still paying. You contributed $5,000 total. I have $60,000 in student debt. We did our best. Your best was identity theft? Your best was ruining your daughter's credit for 12 years? My father stood up, angry now. Don't you dare judge us. You don't know what it was like, losing the house, being underwater. We did what we had to do to survive. You committed federal crimes using my social security number, my identity, without consent. That's not survival, that's fraud. We're family, my mother pleaded. You can't turn us in. We're your parents. I looked at them, really looked. These people raised me, taught me right from wrong, and spent 12 years committing crimes using my identity. I'm filing a police report today and fraud claims with every creditor. You've destroyed my credit, my future. I'm fixing this. Alexis, please. I left, drove straight to the police station. The police officer took my report, reviewed all my evidence.
I filed everywhere. Federal Trade Commission, identity theft report, full affidavit, every account is listed. Every creditor, fraud disputes, police report attached, affidavit signed. I did not open this account. This is identity theft by my parents. Credit bureaus, fraud alerts, credit freeze, dispute every single fraudulent account. Some creditors were helpful. Chase, we'll investigate. With a police report, we can close this account and remove it from your credit. Discover, this will take days to investigate, but if fraud is confirmed, the debt is removed. Some creditors were difficult. Capital One, the account has been charged off. It's with collections. You'll need to dispute with them directly. Collections agencies, we purchased this debt. You'll need to prove fraud to us independently. Police report isn't enough. It was a nightmare. Hours on the phone, forms, affidavits, documentation, all to undo 12 years of fraud. My parents' response. They called, crying, begging, please drop the charges, we'll make this right, we'll pay everything back, please don't do this to us. You did this to yourselves for 12 years. We're your parents, you're going to send us to jail? You committed federal crimes. Identity theft is a felony. Every account is a separate charge. You're looking at years in prison. We didn't know it was that serious. You knew it was illegal. You knew I didn't consent. You did it anyway. My mother, how can you be so cold? We raised you. And you repaid that by destroying my financial future, my credit, my ability to build a life, for furniture and kitchen renovations. They hired a lawyer, who called me. Miss Patterson, my clients are willing to make restitution, full repayment of all debts in exchange for dropping criminal charges. How will they repay $90,000? They're still in debt themselves. They'll mortgage the house, take a loan against it. They'll take out more loans to pay back the loans they fraudulently took in my name? That's your solution? They're trying to make this right. They're trying to avoid prison. There's a difference. The prosecutor reviewed my case, called me in. Miss Patterson, we have enough for multiple felony charges: identity theft, wire fraud, credit card fraud. Your parents are looking at serious prison time, 15 to 20 years potentially. What are my options? You can proceed with prosecution or accept restitution. They repay all debts, you drop charges. They don't have $90,000. They took the loans because they're broke. They'll mortgage their house. It's worth about $300,000, enough to cover your debts and their legal fees. I thought about it. Really thought. Prison would destroy them, but it wouldn't fix my credit, wouldn't undo 12 years of damage. Restitution would get my debts paid, but they'd escape real consequences. I chose a middle path. I want full restitution, $90,000, plus my legal fees, plus credit monitoring for life. Plus, they admit guilt in writing, detailed confession, every account, every lie, every fraudulent application.
In March 2014, I, Margaret Patterson, applied for a Discover card using my daughter's Alexis Patterson's Social Security number without her knowledge or consent. Repeated for every single account. Signed, notarized, legally binding. The agreement. Pay $90,000 in debt monthly, pay my legal fees, $8,000, pay for credit monitoring, $200 a month for life, written confession admitting to every fraudulent account. If they miss one payment, criminal prosecution proceeds. They mortgaged their house, refinanced at terrible rates because of their own bad credit, $180,000 loan to pay me, their legal fees, and keep the house. Year 1, current status. They've made 12 payments, on time, haven't missed one, because they know what happens if they do. We don't speak, probably never will again. I blocked their numbers, changed my address officially. They send payments through their lawyer. The confession they signed sits in my safe deposit box, 7 pages, every account, every lie, every fraudulent application. In March 2014, I, Margaret Patterson, applied for a Discover card using my daughter's Alexis Patterson's Social Security number without her knowledge or consent. Repeated for every single account. Signed, notarized, legally binding. My credit is recovering. All fraudulent accounts removed. Score went from 497 to 720 in 18 months. Still rebuilding, but recovering. Got approved for that mortgage. Bought a house in my name with credit I actually built. People ask if I regret it, turning in my parents, making them pay. Sometimes, late at night, I think about what we were before I knew, when I thought that they were just adjusting to parents who did their best. But then I remember, they made a choice. Every account, every application, every time they intercepted my mail, every minimum payment wasn't enough, every account that went to collections. 12 years of choices, all fraudulent. I didn't destroy our family. They did, the moment they decided my identity was theirs to use. What I want people to know? Check your credit report regularly, even if you're young, even if you trust your family members. It is the most common form of identity theft and the hardest to detect. I was lucky. I found out at 30. Some people don't find out until they're applying for student loans and discover their parents destroyed their credit when they were children. I'm Alexis Patterson. My parents opened $90,000 in loans and credit cards in my name for 12 years, without me knowing. I found out when I got denied for a mortgage. Credit score, 497. Collections, charge-offs, debt I never knew existed. I filed a police report, forced restitution, made them confess in writing. They're paying me back $1,500 monthly for 5 years, miss one payment, and they go to prison. We don't speak, probably never will again. Hit subscribe if you've checked your credit after watching this. Smash like if family doesn't mean free access to your identity. Remember, your credit is yours. Your Social Security number is yours. Your financial future is yours. Nobody, not even your parents, has the right to use it without consent. Mine did, for 12 years. They're paying for it now. And I'm finally building the credit they destroyed. Check your credit, today, right now. You might be surprised by what you find. I was.